We are back. It's been a couple of weeks. The Hopeless Fan Podcast returns. It is Spooktober. Shelby, Zack, and Scotty. And we'll go right into it, guys. We're back from Las Vegas. Scotty's bachelor party. We did not do a pod last week. Didn't do a boardwalk. So we're back, fresh. Maybe not Scotty, but Vegas recap. What'd you guys think? Scotty, did you have fun? And maybe save something for a bunk.
Yeah. Already on you with that one. I had a great time. It was the best time was on Friday.
Sounds like he's trying to convince himself still.
I had a great time.
On Thursday it was awesome. We got there, but I got all the losing money all out of the way. That was amazing.
About pacing yourself.
Thursday was terrible.
Thursday was the best night for me.
No, it
wasn't.
Are you sure?
Okay, good lord.
Here we go. Sorry.
Anyway,
no,
on Friday, we had so many windows of things that we did throughout the day on Friday that it seems like it was like 3 days into one. Like we were up until like 5:30 a.m. Vegas time, and we woke up at like 8 a.m. to go. So we were up like 21 hours, and we woke up at like 8 a.m. Vegas time to go hiking. We did.
Zach didn't.
No, Zack did not. No.
Yeah, the Thai food was ruining my insides.
Yeah, all we did, Zack just replaced hiking with shitting.
Yeah.
Which is a good window in
Still
itself.
a workout. Yeah, still
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just exercising my sphincter muscle.
Yeah, they had to vacate the room. They had to switch rooms.
Yeah, it was just like, my room's awesome, Mom. And then I get a text from Zach. He's like, I'm going to break this toilet.
Yeah, crack the bowl. It's like Shelby comes back from the hike and it's just like biohazard tarps everywhere.
Did you guys see the day after we left Circa, that guy who had a $72,000 parlay went to Circa to with BR betting to watch the Monday Night Football game?
Out.
Because
he was out of the state.
Well, it's not necessarily confirmed that that's what he was trying to do.
He could have cashed out at any point.
Right.
No, but he couldn't because he was out of state. He betted in Arizona.
Right.
Oh, well, as soon as he went to Vegas, I guess he ruined that shot. I guess he could have had someone log in for him and fucking cash out.
That's what I would have done.
That's true. I wouldn't have got it to that point. I would have been like 20K.
Yeah,
the odds, like, it's actually not a smart move to cash out because, like, you should be getting more from the... Well, yeah, you should hedge if you have the funds to do it,
right.
But the odds say, like, because your 20,000 on Rams money line would not equal 74.
Right.
But you're cashing out for 20K.
Right.
But I just wouldn't. I'd hit that withdrawal so fast, like I wouldn't. That'd be a mess. But yeah, they brought out people with LA Rams money line and did it all up nice for him, and he walked out.
We went to Circa swim, and we didn't even go and swim at all. I'm not. Yeah, I'm already past summer body ready. Okay. I just
Yeah, that was one of the misses for me because I feel like that was one of the draws of Circa when we were booking it.
Yeah.
Was look how cool Circa Swim is, and we never, that's fine.
But you know why? It's because we had we went there with so many
as...
planned activities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the inside place to watch the games was
it was
just as cool.
Biggest sports book in the world.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Zach, you want to run down your main character moment?
My main character? Oh, when we...
Friday night? Saturday night.
Saturday night,
yeah. When we went to we went to the Comedy Cellar, Las Vegas. So, for those of you who are into the comedy game like I am...
Zach's already quit his job.
I'm just kidding. So... For if you're somebody who obsessively follows their favorite comedians like I do, then you know that the Comedy Cellar is like the comedy mecca of New York City.
I did not know that.
And so this is the Comedy Cellar Las Vegas is like a cheap cash grab.
Put it in like NFL terms for me.
Oh, come on.
So
that's what a good professor does. Professor of comedy, Zach. Go.
Thank you.
Yeah. So you would say it would be somewhere like some legendary stadium like Lambeau. Or I guess you could say Jerry was kind of new, but SoFi, these top tier stadiums. And then this place is more like Mile High. I mean, this place is more like maybe going to see Akron's stadium.
Oh, so it's not even an NFL stadium.
I don't know. I don't think
shit.
it's.
There's only two of them in the world. I would say it's like
Well, I
the
know, but
second
I'm
tier
saying,
of-
but this other place, is like, if you look at their lineup of comedians, the comedians that come through there are not like quality comedians.
Not even in Vegas. None of them go. No top quality goes to the ones in Vegas at all.
Well, they come to Vegas. They just don't go to this Comedy Cellar
because there's so many other venues.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like you saw, Ray Romano and what's his name, David Spade were headlining some huge place. Bert Kreischer was over at Virgin Mobile, whatever. So they have all the good comedians will just go to a bigger venue because you saw that place is small. You can't the way you make money is by selling tickets, and if you can only sell 50 tickets in this room, then you're not going to make a ton of money, right? So, anyways, the MC comes out. He's picking on Scotty. That was pretty funny.
We were in the very front row.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I could reach out and grab every single comedian. And then the first lady comes out.
My ass hurt.
First,
I was nervous for the seats. Yeah, those sucked. But I was nervous for Scotty once we sat down.
This guy was picking on Scotty.
Not too bad though.
And then, it wasn't too bad. And then the first lady comes out, older lady. She's making jokes, and she was talking about having sex as being at an advanced age, and she pointed at me. I don't remember exactly what she said, but she said something like something to the effect of she asked me how old I was. I said I'm 28, but I fuck like I'm 60, and she had to take a pause because she actually thought it was funny. So now you're gassing me up. I'm 2 G&Ts deep, and I made the comedian
Zack
laugh.
Just decided then, he was like, this is my show.
So she was good. So that was good. Then the next guy come out. I didn't really say anything to him. I didn't think he was that funny, which was coincidentally we talked about this.
The bald guy?
Yeah,
he was the funniest.
Yeah, he was the funniest.
No, he was. Yeah,
he had me fucking dying. Dude.
His stuff was hack. But anyways,
from a professional.
Damn,
Right.
Professor of comedy over here. I might have to
just
rethink my.
It's just my preference.
Did you think the redhead girl was funny?
She's all right.
She was not as funny as the bald guy.
Not even close.
I think, yeah.
What about the last guy?
Yeah. No, the third guy, the Asian dude, he was great. He was my favorite. I thought that guy was great. And then he was doing a tasteful...
Just trying to be PC.
A tasteful bit on suicide. And he was like, raise your hand. Like, raise your hand if anybody in here has thought about committing suicide. And I was like... Me right now. He was like, "Oh, right now. Oh, we'll do it together." So that was pretty funny.
I'll give it to you on that one, Zach. That guy was like stone faced the whole time.
Yeah.
And then when you said that, he had a ear to ear grin. Like you got him.
Yeah.
You got him good.
Yeah, he like almost awkwardly said back. He's like, "Okay, let's do it together."
Yeah, that one was good, and you kept going.
Yeah. And then
kept throwing up heat checks all night.
I don't. Yeah, I don't.
Zack from downtown.
Did I do that? Won't go. So
Rebound, Zack.
I don't really know. I don't really remember if the last guy was just kind of a sing-songy thing. So
He fucking sucked.
that was kind of.
Oh, dude, that was so awkward. Like I was like,
yeah.
"Oh, this fucking music, man."
Yeah, it was the kind of stuff that I felt like a lot of these comics were like, except the Asian dude, a lot of them were like straight out of like late 90s, early 2000s.
That's what I was going to say. The entire experience felt like I was in 2003 because they dressed like it. Just like the bald guy, for instance, was just like a little bit like jeans that were a little bit too big and like a plain, like the most.
Well, he had just said he had lost a ton of weight too, so I'm sure that's something to do with it.
Plain colored plaid shirt.
Yeah.
And then at the end, he's like, "I'll be passing out DVDs."
Yeah.
I'm like, Jesus.
I think the thing that really rubbed me the wrong way about that guy was every time he'd make a joke, he'd be like, now's your time to laugh, make like a goofy face, which is like a hacky late 90s, early 2000s thing.
You just don't know ball.
Shelby, yeah, you don't know.
I fucking love that
Shelby,
guy. I don't care.
Shelby, reenact the best joke that.
Oh my god, the best joke this guy said. This was the guy Zack didn't like, hated, and he said, I sent this to Scotty in a TikTok or a Snapchat last night. Reenact. He was like, you could spice up the bedroom with dirty talk, just maybe not with a fiery Latina. So I said to her once, you're a bad girl. And she said, "Yeah, well, you're a fucking loser." That one had me fucking dying, and I guess the one joke about
the locked door bit was kind of funny.
Asians driving on the sidewalk, but yeah, that
Jesus, Shelby.
I know.
I think Asian driving jokes are a little dated. I mean,
sure are.
Don't you guys are so virtue signaling.
I'm not saying they can't be
fuck.
funny. I'm just saying, like, the way he did it seemed like, okay, like.
But he like came out and said like, I'm gonna make fun of every like.
I know, that's the other thing that seemed kind of hacky to me is like those comedians who do. Well, yeah, they say I'm an equal opportunity offender. I make fun of everybody. It's like it seems like you're just making fun of minorities.
Right.
At least didn't he make fun of the whites?
Himself several times. Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, he
called
kind of
himself a fucking loser.
Yeah, well, and the one funny guy is that he pointed out like two like older white guys right behind us and said like,
"Oh, that was funny.
Where were you guys from? Fucking Indiana or some shit." And then they turned out to be like the only two Trump supporters in California.
Right.
He's like, "Well, you guys are fucking unicorns."
But yeah, I really enjoyed Zack after the fact because he had his moment. I loved it for him. And then like later in the night, he would just like repeat the jokes he said to the comedian. So I was like, Zack's throwing up heat checks. He's feeling himself. I loved it though. It was funny. That was good. That was I think that was the most fun thing we did. Except hiking.
Trying to think of that was great. Oh my god, we'll get to it. We'll get to it.
Well, I didn't count dinner.
We'll get to it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But like, because that steakhouse meal was insane. Any other things Vegas wise that aren't in your stand and bunk?
I have a bunk like secondary bunk that I can just state right now that was the most annoying thing of the trip.
Okay.
It was during the game, having to listen to every fucking Raiders like 6-yard gain.
Oh yeah.
And some guy in the background go Raiders.
Yeah, there was a ton of
every time I heard that, I would call back with 0-3. I made a couple people mad.
And the 1 o'clock game started, and I had like 3 or 4 first half bets that were like the games were late second quarter. I could have went 0-4. I could have went 4-0. Like they were all tight. And every game's in front of you. You don't have to worry about fucking streaming issues or spoilers on your phone. And so, like, I don't know. I had, like, a nervous, like, I'm sitting there just, like, moving my legs like this. Like, it was me, Scotty, and this Raiders fan are the only 3 people in the row. And he was like, I guess my seat was shaking, and it, like, made his seat shake or something. He's like, you nervous, buddy? God, what did he say, Scotty? You nervous? God
He's like, hey, is your buddy nervous? I was like, I don't know. He's like, he keeps shaking his leg. I'm like, oh, you keep shaking your leg, I guess you're shaking the row. And I was like, and you're like, oh. And then he asked you, he's like, if you're nervous. And he's like, you're like, oh, always about something. Always a little bit. And he was just like, God damn.
I know.
Like a little
so I was
bitch.
like, are you nervous about going 0-4? And he's like, oh, well, if that's the best comeback you have. And I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, who fucking pissed him off?
Probably the Raiders.
The Raiders?
Yeah. He's probably mad he had to pay to sit and watch him for like half the cost of what it would have cost to get in the game.
Right.
But yeah, Vegas was cool. Fremont Street was an experience. It was literally right by our entrance to our hotel.
Saw a homeless lady get pushed into a trash can.
That was tough. Cool.
I missed that.
Yeah, I did too. Really good Thai food.
Yeah, you were getting the gas X that you then tried to give away to the entire city of Las Vegas.
That's what you were doing in there?
Yeah,
I was getting
gas. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Good for you. That tummy will feel better. I had too much cheese. All right, sorry. Okay. You gonna go to stand and
laugh at your own joke. Yeah.
This is a good one.
All right, Stan, Zach.
Okay.
Thank you, Zach. You needed that affirmation. Fucking
okay.
Dick rider.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, you just lost to a winless team, so how's that feel? All right. My stand is
14 seconds.
My what?
Oh,
the only amount of time the Ravens have fucking trailed. 2-2, you fucking bitch.
Oh, damn.
Well, at least my quarterback can actually throw the ball. Who would have thought Lamar Jackson was able to throw the ball?
Easy, gentlemen.
All right, so my stand is going to be finally, the thing that most Marvel fans have been waiting for in She-Hulk, we got our Daredevil appearance, our Matt Murdock. appearance in She-Hulk. So thank God, it was pretty cool. Great to see him back and finally in the MCU. So yeah, I had a lot of fun watching that episode today.
Is that the show with Meg the Stallion in it?
Yes, she was in it for.
That's what everyone was
little
mad at.
One of the things that people have been upset about with that show. Yeah.
My stand is that I'm just now remembering to silence my phone, and I can do it without Zach's help.
All right.
My stand's going to be the Super Mario Bros. Movie trailer that just came out.
Does it look
yeah.
heat?
It actually looks pretty good.
It looks heat. Yeah,
That's
it looks,
the one with
like
Pratt, right?
pure gas.
Jermaine
yeah.
Pratt.
Jermaine.
Yeah, and then someone released a
Do a Jermaine Pratt impression.
They released a dubbed version of the English trailer. They do it for the French and Deutsch and whatever.
Do they do an Italian?
And they released a French one, and they're like, damn, the French dub got a fucking crazy Mario, and it like an elite Mario, and he just sounds so much more like Mario. This is like French dub.
I wonder what the Italian dub sounds like.
I will go, and I think it's Sauerkraut Festival in Waynesville is this weekend.
I know. I'm so excited.
Scotty will shit on it. It's fine. But
you just don't know ball.
Sounds like a fucking loser bet.
All right. Well, I got some loser bets coming up. Don't worry. But yeah, I always get excited, and then I walk down and back this Waynesville strip, and then I'm like, this was stupid.
Really?
Yeah. I only get food there. I never really buy. It's the perfect place to go if you want to
buy food on one end, and then I eat it as I walk down to the other, and buy the other thing that I want on the other end.
Well, I always think it's the perfect place to go if you want some live, laugh, love merch for your kitchen.
Those wood cutouts are kind of cool. They do them for the shape of the state, like Ohio or Kentucky, and they'll put a team on there or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say, or if you want to overpriced cornhole board.
Right. Yeah.
That's fine. But the food's insane. Mm-hmm. Also, talk about the prices in Vegas for shit. It was anytime you took a breath, I felt like it was $10.
Yeah, it's like if a sporting event was a city.
I'm not totally complaining, but it was just damn.
Everywhere you go, it seems like every single individual is just give me your fucking money.
Yeah.
From the hotel you're staying in all the way down to the homeless people on the street. Or not even homeless people, just the people doing the half naked chicks or the people.
Come take your picture with us,
right?
And then
for
we'll
money,
hound you for a picture.
Yeah.
And Scotty, why don't you explain the TV situation the first night when we first got there?
That was stupid.
That was so weird.
What's there to explain?
Oh, it wouldn't let you plug in an HDMI cable.
Yeah,
from a device into the TV,
knowing that the TVs didn't have the Bengals game.
Yeah. Well, this is the first year they did it, and they want you to go down into the lobby where you're more likely to probably spend money to watch the game.
Right.
And yeah, I mean, these TVs don't have apps, so
yeah,
they don't expect you to be in the room anyway in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
But the suites should have been different. I agree. I was shocked that they didn't at least have it available.
Right, and even the stadium swim, we said, we didn't do it. But it would have been free for us once because we had those free passes. But when I was reading about it online, it said $20 admission. But then by Saturday and Sunday, I was down there early enough. That's when I forgot my key. And I was just walking around. And I saw that it was someone changing a gas station sign. They took out the 20 and put 60 on general admission. I was like, damn.
Sweet.
I know. But yeah, okay, that was my stance. Scotty, you have your bunk out of the way. I'll go with mine.
Well, I don't have it out of the way. That was my secondary. What I said earlier was my secondary bunk.
Oh, okay, go ahead with your first.
Having COVID.
Yep.
Still getting COVID in 2022. I came back from the trip.
Last time I checked, Biden said the pandemic was over, so
I
don't know what you guys are doing.
Generally, yeah. My two brothers and I have never gotten COVID. Only ones in our family never have gotten COVID. We all three tested positive in the last 2.5 days. So yeah, that's been fun to deal with. But I'm over the hump.
Yeah, you were symptomatic. You said
I was dead.
Oh God.
I was dead on Tuesday night. Yeah. I was sweating in my sleep.
I will say this: props to Scotty, because Sunday, Scotty had been been stealing my vape all weekend. But Sunday, I just offered it to him, like, hey, you want to hit this? He's like, no, I'm not feeling very well. I think I might have COVID. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. So he may have saved me.
I didn't know then, though. But yeah, you're right.
He definitely took some puffs Sunday, because when we all met at the big bar, he pointed to it and said, Zack, vape. And you were like, maybe if you say please.
Was that on Sunday?
That was Sunday night.
Are you sure?
No, I promise that was Sunday. That's when you were sitting at the
Shelby,
bar with
why
the
can't you
Chiefs
just like let me have this moment where Zack gives me
he didn't get it.
Still didn't
Zack
get
didn't get it.
Built
well, that's
different.
what I sat next to you all day at the sports book, and then sat next to you on the flight home and didn't get it.
Ate each other's asses and, still clear.
It was a whole thing. So yeah, glad you're feeling better. Mine was the red eye. Coming back from that and just kind of fucking up my sleep schedule for a couple days. I didn't think it'd be that bad, but then like Monday night, the drive it, like I didn't have to drive from Columbus to Lebanon, and Zack did, and I fell asleep in the car.
Oh, it's a miracle we made it back.
Yeah, I like literally
almost
woke
fell
up
asleep at the wheel like 3 times.
Yeah, I literally woke up and we were like turning onto your street. But then even like the drive from your house to Waynesville was like, oh my god. And I was like, I can't believe Zack did that. Yeah. But then like I was sleeping like all day Monday, and then even like Monday 5 o'clock I fell asleep again, woke up right before the Rams game, and then it just fucked up my sleep schedule for like 2 whole days.
I didn't work at all this week. Tomorrow will be my first day working since I got back. That's how off I've been.
Yeah, I've been on autopilot. And then the Spirit flight, I thought my fucking tailbone was falling off because of the seat.
It was awful.
I was just like, I'd wake up and then like if I move forward
like
to like get comfortable, it's like holy shit, my fucking tailbone is on fire. But I want to shake your hand.
Let me shake your hand.
I think that was the best moment right before the Spirit flight. Like seeing Scotty react to that made me feel.
Was that on the way there or back?
On the way back, right before the plane took off.
Was it? Why do I remember it as being on the way there?
No, it was
on the way back. Want to shake your hand.
We were right about to take off, and I said that. It made Scotty die laughing. It made me feel really good about myself. I was like, okay, I can take a nap.
Shelby throws up heat checks sometimes that are just like he doesn't laugh. And he'll just like say some random shit that I just it's like so fuck it just ignites.
Yeah, I was straight faced when I said it. Yeah. Then I put my hand up like a really awkward handshake where it's like facing down.
Dude, speaking of your nap on the flight back, you were like leaning forward like this, like you looked like a heroin addict like at a park or something where they do that like lean thing that they do when they're fucking zonked. You were like leaning over like. Oh.
Well, because if I leaned back and I fell asleep, I'd wake up and my fucking lower back was about to burst.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me lean forward.
Yeah.
All right.
Bunk. Let me hit my bunk.
Oh, sorry, I forgot.
Yeah. My bunk is doing man shit. I changed my oil today on my car, and that shit is so fucking frustrating. And I saved, like, I could have gone somewhere and got, like, the full synthetic oil change for, like, $40-$50. And it's like, I spent, like, $35 on the stuff. It's like, it's supposed to be cheaper when you do it yourself.
Well, it was. They just don't tell you how much.
Right. But also, like, the time was like, that's not worth $5. The time and effort.
I put the oil away.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with the old oil. Well, I can take the thing. I don't want to put that pan anywhere because it's got nasty oil, and oil's like sand at the beach. If like it finds its way into everywhere.
As a well-known car guy, I have no idea.
I can take the jug of the used oil because that's what's in that jug. I put the used oil in there. You could take that to any car shop place and they'll take it and recycle it. But yeah, no. But that was fucking stupid because getting the car jacked up and then like stressing like, is this thing gonna fall and crush my skull while I'm changing my oil? It was just a pain in the ass.
Oh, I literally just remembered. It was Friday night at like 5 a.m. when I was playing blackjack with Tom, or Steven was playing craps. I left him to play some blackjack, and I had an Austin Powers moment where I had a 7 and she was showing a 6, and I said, "I'll stay." I had a 7, and then she talked me out of it. And I was like, "Oh yeah, for sure."
I did. Like in
my head, I thought, "Oh, if I get a face, I'll get 17." And in my head, I was like, "I have 17." and she was showing a 6.
I think it was actually kind of cool. I did not expect that them there to give you advice on what you should do. Right?
Yeah,
if you're about to do something stupid,
everyone does.
Then they'd be like, "Oh, I don't care. We're gonna take your money."
Yeah.
No, they follow the book. Like if you're
usually they'll
Google
say like
search.
the book says this. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, start.
They don't give a shit if you win or lose.
They don't.
I guess that's true. I guess they want you to win because you're gonna tip them if you win.
Well,
big.
Exactly.
They know if you win, you're just gonna gamble again.
And gamble away, yeah.
Exactly.
We'll go gamble
You'll gamble
something
until
else.
you lose. They're like, no one can walk away from this. All right, stardom. I'll start and go with divorce lawyers. Obviously, Tom and Giselle, Gazelle, going through some stuff, and we wish them well. I just wonder what the payout's going to be from that divorce.
Well,
since
if anything,
they're both,
he would get money because
that's what I'm
she's
saying, is
worth
that,
more.
There's articles about the most expensive celebrity divorces, and I was like, is this going to be on there? Because they're both absurdly rich. So
right.
I just don't know. I just saw a meme today that was imagine facing Tom Brady off a divorce. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah,
that'd be tough.
Mm-hmm. Do you want me to do my stardom?
Yeah.
So my stardom is going to be Daddy Biden, and I'll tell you why. So this happened a couple hours ago. He signed an executive order pardoning everyone who has a prior federal offense of simple marijuana possession. So whether you're if you're serving in jail or prison for a simple marijuana possession, or you have been released and it's on your record, that is being expunged. You are being let out via this executive order. So I think that's something that should have been done a long time ago, but I think it's great. It's good stuff.
It's just funny to me that he's been in politics so long that when he first started, it was if you were caught with a joint, it was probably life.
And he would probably be someone be like, yeah, you should probably be killed for that. But now his the time has changed so much, and he could just be like, I think we're good.
Corn Pop is a bad dude. All right, Scotty, your stardom.
I got hairy legs.
Yeah, my stardom's gonna be this October just vibe. Now that we're in October,
You better buy a bonfire right now.
Oh, fuck you,
I'm sorry.
piece of shit. I just can't be it's just I'm having FOMO right now. But yeah, just being able to turn on any scary movie and it just feels more right. If I turn on a scary movie nowadays in July, I'm like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Is this a cry for help? But now if I do it, it's ooh, I'm retro. Let's invite some
Pumpkin
friends
spice latte.
over.
You see what's trending is dank Brandon. Sorry, Scotty. I just thought that was
I think that's only trending on yours. Now they do trending based on your preferences.
I switched from For You to just trending. So
Yeah, David Bell's trending. I don't give a shit.
yeah, there's different tabs that are For You, trending, elections, stuff like that.
My situm is going to be the trending tab. No, my sitting is going to be injuries that ruin your fantasy football season and during week 4 and 5. And I don't have anyone that got injured, but everyone who drafted Javonte Williams aren't knowing that feeling. We saw that tweet the other day that was I'm putting Javonte Williams on IR. Not because he's going to play again, but what was the tail end of that?
I want to send a message to the rest of my team that there's things that are bigger than football.
This is next man up mentality.
All I think about is you guys. That's a good. There's a lot of I follow this account I just followed is pretty good at literally every time there's a star or any person who isn't practicing, they tweet it as soon as they find out, which is pretty nice.
Is it like a Roto World?
No, it's I'll have to find it. But it was just today it was Amon-Ra St. Brown, Keenan Allen, David Montgomery's back at practice. But other ones are just T. Higgins back at practice. But it just feels there's so many skilled position players that are just a little banged up, but should probably play.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have another sit-em is Roger Goodell because NFL free agents might be able to bet per OBJ. So this guy tweeted, "Where will @OBJ sign?" And it says Chargers, Bills, Rams, Buccaneers. It gives the odds. Packers, Chiefs, Giants. And OBJ responded, "LOL, hypothetical. NFL, please don't come for me. But if you're technically not in the NFL, can you bet on this?" So OBJ betting on where he'll sign. Well, pretty funny.
That's funny.
But,
we don't mind sit him?
Yes. I have another sit-em, actually.
Okay. Do you want to do it?
Oh my god.
Yes, it's some guys having all the luck, and that is the dude who caught Aaron Judge's 60-second home run. His net worth is $2 million, and he's married to a former Bachelor contestant. So,
wow,
fuck him.
Bachelor contestant?
Yeah,
right.
She was on The Bachelor.
Yeah, she was one of the
right, that makes sense. Yeah.
Vying for the Bachelor's love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my sit-em is is NBA prospects. It seems like a lot of people are freaking out about this Victor Wembanyama.
Oh, he looks fucking incredible.
7'9" guy,
Right.
7'4"
Yeah.
whatever.
And the reason it's a sit-em is because
You mean a whole
I think we're
fucking-
going to start seeing a trend with these overly tall
That's a lot for you, isn't it,
prospects. All these overly tall prospects who end up having injuries. Seems like everybody's like 7 feet tall or more, whether it's early or later in their career. They always seem to have Achilles injuries.
Chet Holmgren off the jump.
Right. Yeah. And then you have and then you look at the other side of it with KD. He's 7 foot tall. We all saw together as a nation that thing snap all the way up his leg, and I think it's because the tendon is like you can walk around as a guy who's 7 foot whatever, but if you're playing 82 games a season, a lot of that tendon is holding on for dear life.
Wow.
It's like it's like a single strand of fabric left on your book bag strap at the end of the school year. Like, we're gonna make it, Mom. So, yeah.
Silence your phone.
It is silenced.
It's just coming through the...
Exactly.
All right,
Thought you ate with
Boardwalk.
that one.
I did. You eat all the time. All right, records.
Well, everybody has to eat all the time, or else they'll die.
The homemade French onion soup looked good. That you posted.
That's pretty good.
Boardwalk records so far. I'm 14-7. Scotty's 13-8. Nathan is 10-11.
No, don't say
bad
it.
beats.
Zach is 9-12. Oh yeah, best and worst bets of week 4. Thank you. Zach, you want to start with your best bet and
for whatever this casino, for it being like one of the biggest casinos, or is the biggest casino in Vegas, biggest sports book.
Yeah.
They allow almost no live betting, which I thought was very strange.
It's also impossible to find.
Well, you can do it. They don't allow live betting, Zach. I realized this. You have to go up to the counter to live bet.
I went up there and they told me the same thing.
Yeah, and it says like only like live bets during like a commercial break. So they sharpen up whatever mathematical formula they have.
But the weird thing was, my best bet, I was able to there was like maybe like if you're looking at a slate of 7 games that are happening right now, looking at a slate of like 7 games. This was a college game.
Yeah.
Like 2 of them are going to be available for live bet. And the one that I took was it was the Wake Forest game. They're playing Florida State. I think it was at Florida State. And it was 7-7. Wake Forest was on the it was in the red zone. No, it was like first and goal, second and goal, or something like that.
Yeah.
And their live line was available for -2.5.
And they're about to score. And they're about to score 7.
Right. And I think the opening spread for that game was like, I think Florida State was like -4. I want to say. So I was like, okay, I'll take it. And they ended up killing them.
Yeah.
So it was like, it just felt like the freest shit ever. I mean, obviously,
Florida State was -4.
I think at the beginning of the game.
Kind of makes sense. If Wake Forest is about to go upset, I don't know.
Maybe.
But still,
didn't make sense for them because I was the one who walked away with their money. So
right. I mean, because even if they settle for a field goal, you're covering.
Right. So Wake Forest -2.5. Well, knocking on the door. They looked good. That Wake Forest quarterback he was throwing up some shit, and it was coming down in like the perfect spot.
Coming down roses.
Mm-hmm.
I guess my best bet was a no sweater. It was Tennessee +4 in Indy. I don't think they ever trailed.
Props to you for that one.
I don't think they ever trailed in that game. Scotty, your best bet?
My best bet, probably the over in the Chargers-Texans game.
Yeah.
It hit early.
You gave me that.
I didn't follow my fucking system pick of the Lions overs, and it fucking hit by a goddamn mile.
The Seahawks hit it by themselves.
Yep.
Yeah, the Seahawks hit them by themselves. Worst bet, I bet the Broncos live too much.
Yeah, you were feeling it.
I wanted it, and that's why I put more on it after the Broncos got to the 50 down 3. But the only thing, actually, my best bet, I'll take it back, was I recovered the losses and some with the Chiefs.
Oh yeah, we all
money
bet
line
the Chiefs Sunday night. I was thinking about it too. I was
Good
like,
ender.
We should have bet more simply because I like your theory about like Mahomes is a dog. If I'm gonna lose Mahomes is a dog, that's fine. But also I was thinking about it. I'm like, Tampa all week didn't know if they were going to have to relocate their entire families to Miami or not. Mm-hmm. It was like, so they had to be a little distracted, which was weird because the line went from -2 Kansas City to Tampa Bay +1.
Well, they tried to make it that one, they tried to make it that thing though that when New Orleans had Katrina, and then everyone was like, oh, the city like binded together.
Oh, that's so different.
It's way more, but different. But whatever.
Worst bet is probably Denver in the teasers, 8.5. I know you want me to say Cleveland, but I stand by that pick. PFF had them winning by 5 based on the stats. Cleveland was
your
tough.
pick of the century.
It was my pick of the bicentennial. Thank you.
Oh my god. What's bicentennial?
I almost won back what I lost on the game with the Chiefs.
There you go.
Almost. I was like $20 shy.
And then I have a worst / best bet is that at 5 a.m. Friday night into Saturday morning, I had a $9 parlay that hit with the Seattle-Detroit over and then the 49ers money line Monday night. So now I have to mail...
First ever blasted bet.
Yeah, I put $9 on it to win 22.
Drunk as shit.
I was I didn't even remember placing it till I woke up. I was like, what the fuck was I cooking?
You had to change your clothes 3 times just to get into the bar.
Then I fell over. But anyway, now it's my best and worst bet. It's best because it won. It's worst because now I have to mail in the ticket to fucking Circa and wait for a check like a fucking loser. All right, we ready for Boardwalk?
I gotta get a check in the mail like a goddamn Mennonite.
All right, I'm 14-7. Scotty's 13-8. Nathan's 10-11. Zack is 9-12. Zack, you do have the best record on the extra shit we do. Your lock of the week of the century is 2-1. All right. First game in foggy London town. The Giants are 8-point dogs to Green Bay. Totals 41. Scotty.
Currently 7.5.
Mm-hmm.
This is when
we know. We're just letting folks know that the line has moved and in what direction.
Now down to 7.5, as Scotty said. Scotty, your pick first.
I'm going over 41. I don't know if the Packers, if we're going to see the Packers from last week or the Packers from, week 1, or week 2. Sorry, when they're blowing teams out. I just like both teams to kind of score over 41.
All right,
sorry,
Zack.
What was that?
Was Zack burping?
My mouth was shut and everything.
I thought he was snoring at my fucking analysis.
No.
Zack, your pick.
It's good. I'm gonna take. God, I hate this. I don't like the Packers. I don't like this game at all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Packers -4.5 first half. I guess. Ugh. I was like, if the Packers came down to 7, I would be comfortable taking that. But anything more than a touchdown, with how it seems like every Packers game has been kind of weird.
I actually like that bet.
Yeah, Packers -4.5 first half.
I have Green Bay -8. Land of lumber. Giants have to be one of the worst 3-1 teams out there.
Yeah, no kidding.
Beating the Bears, beating the Titans, and beating the week 2 Panthers.
That game was fucking.
And you also don't know who their quarterback's going to be. Daniel Jones, Tyrod Taylor, both banged up. It could be Jake Fromm.
The one game we saw him play last year, he looked fucking awful.
I don't like.
I'm changing my bet.
Okay.
I want what Zack has.
Okay. In agreement.
He just doesn't want me to gain any ground.
Yeah.
No, I like
what we're all worried about.
Hey, we're behind with 2 games. What do you have, 11? Or you have 12?
I am up 5 games on you.
No. How many wins do you have?
14.
You have 14? Get the
14
fuck out
and
of
7.
here. You're lying.
Okay.
You're a fucking liar, dude.
I hate laying big numbers with the Packers because they seem to never cover them. Because they just get a lead, run the ball.
Yep.
But I almost like your first half more. Do I dare?
I don't know. What does Nathan have?
Over 41 for Nathan.
Okay.
So he and Scotty were in agreement.
Oh, thank God.
All right. Next game, Chargers laying 3 on the road in Cleveland. Totals 47.5.
Yep, and it has since moved to 2.5. So again, we're seeing things jumping around here.
Well, I'm finally on the right side of one because I have the Browns.
There you go.
+3. I think they're going to win the game. So
they got to hit sometime for you.
Right.
Well, this is just back-to-back game. It's just like the 49ers. They were awful against the Broncos, and everyone's down on them. They kill the Rams. Now the Browns lost last week to Atlanta, picked to finish last in their division. Chargers look good on the road. Herbert throws for almost 350. Now it's time to fade them. Chargers 31st in run defense. That's what the Browns do. Going to be some windy conditions in Cleveland. Maybe affect passing. It won't. That's what the Chargers like to do because you know damn well Eckler ain't running the ball well. Like the Browns.
Careful.
Correlated parlay, Browns and under, but I'll stick with Browns +3 in a crossfire with Nathan.
Ooh.
Who has the Chargers?
Yeah, I'm also taking the Chargers -3 here. I think the exact same. I think the Chargers were being undervalued last week at only -5. I know they almost got backdoored, but I mean they still won by 10. And I just, in that sense, after everyone thought that, like, last week, everyone was like, wow, why aren't the Chargers favored by more? They win by 10, and then this week, they're still only favored by 2.5 against a Browns team that just lost in Atlanta.
Remember, you have 3.
Against a bad team. Yeah. And,
so you think, so the Chargers were -5 against Houston?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you think
5.5.
You think the Browns are only 2.5 points better than the Texans, the last winless team in the NFL?
Yeah, I don't think the Browns are a very good team. I don't think the Browns have done anything to convince me that they're a very good team.
Yeah, I mean, that's a team that probably should be 3-1 if you take out the Jets' disaster and onside kick. But you also, big is getting Myles Garrett back. That's going to be pretty big, rushing the passer against a big, strong quarterback like Herbert. But weather conditions, too, might affect this one, which I like. The Browns running the ball better.
Yeah, the under too.
Yeah, I do like the under.
What is our odds limit? Can't be more than minus...
Like 150.
Okay, all right. So this is -125, so that's fine. Browns team total under 23.5.
Yeah, if it's listed,
okay,
it's fine.
Okay.
What is it, Cleveland?
Oh, so I can't take to go into overtime? No, -10,000.
What is it, Cleveland?
23.5. The Browns' offense, aside from their running game, which I don't know why they didn't rely on more in this game this weekend, looks anemic. And the play calling when they get into the red zone looks even fucking worse. So yeah, I'm gonna take. I didn't like this. I don't like the -3. If I could get -2.5 for the Chargers, I'd probably take it. But I don't like the over/under because Chargers could come in and score all of that by themselves, or get pretty damn close to it, realistically. Especially with Keenan. You said Keenan Allen's coming back, or do we not know?
He didn't practice today.
Okay, so in any case, yeah, I do like the under 23.5.
Okay, I actually like that too. I like a sloppy game in this one. All right, Pittsburgh. It's the most points they've been an underdog by since the 60s.
Yeah.
They are 14-point dogs in Buffalo. The total's 46.5 in a gross one.
Mm-hmm.
Scotty, start it.
I'm taking Pittsburgh. I'm not gonna fade Mike Tomlin in the highest spread ever for Pittsburgh.
Right.
And the last time they were underdogs like this, 13.5 underdogs in the Super Bowl in 1972, and they covered. So I'll take it.
Crossfire with Nathan laying the lumber with Buffalo. I'm also on Pittsburgh +14.
Yeah, it's me too.
Okay, I'm also on Pittsburgh +14. I think the Bills just had 2 very emotional, very high stakes, down to the wire games, and this is their time to relax and win by 12 and call it a day. I love it, and if you have a Josh Allen under rushing yards prop, I'd like that even more because he runs more in high stakes games.
If you're telling me that this team's spread has never been this big since it was legal to sexually harass women at work, then I'm gonna go with the +14.
Was that ever legal?
Especially with a coach who's like notoriously insanely good with an underdog as a dog.
Right.
And also, if the Steelers don't blow that game against the Jets, this line's probably 11.5, 12.
Yeah.
Because they're sitting at 2-2, right in the thick of things. Even though
that was really funny to watch the handful of Steelers fans that were there, like losing their fucking mind.
And then they're in front of us at the airport. How weird was that? All right, next game. Dallas, 5.5-point dogs at SoFi against the Rams. Totals 42.5.
God, I hate all these games.
Zach.
Oh, what was the total?
I'll start.
Yeah.
Here's what I like. LA Rams, their 2 losses were to the Bills, which is number 1 in pass rush rate, and to the 49ers, which were number 5 in pass rush rate. Their 2 wins against the Falcons and Cardinals. Falcons are 31st in pass rush rate, and the Cardinals are 30th. So you have an offensive line shuffling. They looked awful Monday night against the 49ers, and they're on their 6th different starting lineup up front. You lose Big Witt after the Super Bowl last year, and now Dallas comes into town, the number 2 ranked pass rush that is just annihilating quarterbacks. Nothing seems really, superb about the Rams offense except throwing it to Cooper Kupp as many times as possible. And even so, he had 14 targets or 17 targets or something like that, barely cracked 100 yards. I like Dallas, 5.5.
I can go ahead and hit you with mine.
Okay.
Mine's going to be Dallas over 18.5 team total. I'm going a lot of, first half team total bets here because
they're called derivatives.
I'm going with a lot of derivatives here.
I love it.
Because, like I said, you said it earlier. I didn't know it was before we recorded or not, but you said you didn't like the board, and I fully fucking agree. I glanced at it when you sent it in the group chat, but looking at it now makes me want to vomit.
There's a lot of weird 5.5, 5, 6.
I don't like that because you can't tease it, and it's that's more than a field goal, less than a touchdown, so it's a lot of hinky shit can go on.
You can't tease it. It's just mathematically an awful move.
Right.
All right, Scotty, your pick.
I'm taking the under 42.5. Cooper Rush, I don't see Cooper Rush. I don't really until that late Giants game, he doesn't really put up a lot of points. In a Dallas uniform. And with the Rams, I don't think that their offense is really clicking. They're not getting the ball to anyone except Cooper Kupp, which is great for my fantasy team, but bad on the box score. So I'll take the under 42.5 here.
Scotty, were you mad Monday night when that Stafford pick 6 got me high points?
So your third one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fuck you.
Yeah, that was clutch of him to throw that. Stafford might throw you one, Zach. You don't have Cooper Rush doesn't have to put up 19. Defense can get you one. I'm in a crossfire with Nathan. My second crossfire, he's taking the Rams -5.5. All right, Sunday Night Football. Big one.
Good things always happen to the worst people.
Nathan's 10-11 on the year. He'll go 2-0 against me in crossfires. All right, I'll have to get a crossfire update when I go see him tonight.
Yeah.
Because he's the one tracking all of them. All right, Sunday Night Football in Baltimore. M&T Bank Stadium?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Ravens. This line, has it moved? 3.5?
It's 3.5.
Okay, because it was going between
but
3 and 3.5.
Bengals plus 3.5 is -120.
Yeah.
So.
Bengals catching 3.5, totals 48. Nathan has come in on the Ravens -3.5.
Crossfire.
Well, that's why I
same.
said it, because I
wanted to get mine out of the way.
Yeah,
I knew it was
I'm going to
be.
give you the crossfire because Scotty and Nathan already have one. So you're rolling with the Bengals. Anything about it other than just fading your team?
No, it's the Ravens. I don't know what part of their defense is more inept. Is it their front, or is it their linebackers, or is it their DBs?
How's their pass rush?
Pretty good.
That's what
They don't get a ton of sacks though, which is weird. But they stuff the run game pretty well.
That's what worries me.
Yeah. So, and the Bengals have almost no run game, it seems,
it's
with Joe
terrible.
Mixon. So, they don't have a ton of sacks. And aside from Marcus Williams, the turnovers aren't really that exciting either. Patrick Queen has dropped 2 picks so far, easy picks right in his fucking chest.
Have you read anything about maybe why about the late game? I know you could go on. You could argue around in circles about if Harbaugh should kick a field goal, but
Right.
Either way, you're up 17. You should win the game, and the same with Miami.
Right.
Have you read anything about why that is, or is it offensive play calling down the stretch, not being able to put a team away, manufacture a drive? When you
I don't know.
need
The
to?
defense just seems like they fall apart when they have a lead. When the Ravens have the lead, the defense is just giving up big plays.
Dude, Harbaugh made the same decision that lost him 4 games at the end of last year to miss the playoffs.
Yeah, Lamar wasn't
he went
there,
for 2
so
against
you
the
can't-
Packers.
It's apples and oranges.
Say what?
Lamar wasn't there, so it's apples and oranges.
Yeah,
He was
but
there that
there's still
Pittsburgh
games
game,
that
right,
they
where
should
went
have
for
won.
2?
And that's the game he got injured.
Yeah, he was in the game though.
And he wasn't there for at the end.
The Mark Andrews 2-point conversion. That
In the
Pittsburgh game in Pittsburgh last year, they lost 20-19.
that was at the end of closer to the end of the season, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So then that wouldn't have been Lamar.
I could have swore he was the one that
Lamar had him. What was it, 8-2 before he got injured?
Yeah, but he came back at some point, got re-injured again against Cleveland.
Against
He
Cleveland.
was
Yeah.
out the rest of the year.
I was almost 1,000%.
I swear
sure.
I swear it was like a stat like John Harbaugh decisions were 0-4 and they ended up and they had leads in all those games and he made these controversial decisions that
it's a tough but it's only a 6-game stretch, but because some of them happened last year and some of them happened this year, it seems like, oh, you've been doing this for fucking forever. I mean,
I kind of see the thing about pinning them deep if you don't get it,
Yeah.
but then you can't throw a pick
Yeah.
because they get it at the 20. You got to run an RPO or a quick thing with Lamar.
Did he throw a pick?
Yeah, he threw a pick in the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that was terrible. Lamar played that entire Pittsburgh game, and then because
he was scrambling trying to make a play, and the line.
Yeah.
I think that pick is just as much on the offensive line as it is on Lamar.
No, I know he's got
It's
it
just collectively. It's
right. He can't throw it away.
Decision.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna go a different route. I'm going to the Baltimore team total over 25.5.
Ooh.
My thinking is the Bengals defense is getting a lot of love.
That's true.
They've allowed 1 touchdown in the opponent's last 31 drives. And I feel like that's more of a product of facing Mitch Trubisky, Cooper Rush, Teddy Bridgewater most of the game, and Joe Flacco. And now this is easily the toughest task on offense they're going to face. And J.K. Dobbins definitely looked good last week. So going to roll with that as my over. It just makes me nervous. The Bengals have 3 primetime divisional games all on the road. And teams just get up for home primetime game. Bengals Thursday, 49ers Monday.
And it's, especially as a Ravens fan, you're stuck between a rock and a hard place because you see the one thing that's playing really well, that's J.K. Dobbins. So you're just like, hand the ball off to him more. But at the same time, it's like, he's just off a catastrophic injury.
And he didn't practice today either.
Right. So you want to see him run more, but you don't want him to pop something because you're pushing him too hard. And now he's gone again for probably forever because coming back from 2 injuries. So.
All right, Nathan is on. I already said that, right?
Yeah.
Nathan's on Baltimore with the crossfire with Zack. Mm-hmm. Okay, bonus and lock time. Scotty, bonus.
I'm riding the hot hand here with the Eagles, but not the -5.5. I'm taking team total for the Cardinals under 22.5.
I love that.
Yeah, I don't think the Cardinals are, they're not putting up a lot of points this year, and the defense of the Eagles have been playing lights out, so I'm riding that hot hand.
The Cardinals in the first half of every game this year have looked like high school level dysfunctional. It's insane how Kyler's just throwing the ball into the ground, and then somehow they get it to click. I mean, maybe because Baker Mayfield's that bad, but I like that pick a lot. Under 22.5 Arizona team total. Nathan's bonus, I'll get his out of the way. Well, his lock is in that same game. He's taking the Cardinals plus 5.5, which I kind of like. He's kind of stepping out on a ledge, being like, I'll step in front of the Eagles. And then his bonus is the Jets plus 3.5 against the Dolphins in MetLife. I believe it's in MetLife. There's no way.
Did Zach Wilson look good or?
No, he didn't until the very end.
Yeah.
It is in MetLife.
Yeah. He was dog shit for a while. All right, Nathan's out of the way. Zach, you got a bonus?
Yeah, my bonus is going to be Tennessee Titans -2.
Cosign.
Yeah, dude, the fucking Commanders look terrible, and I understand this is a road game and teams, usually, but
why is it that low?
I don't know. Carson Wentz.
It's a fucking rat line.
Yeah, because it's on the road.
Why is it always
road favorites are smaller, and so you get trapped into it. They're only -2.
The Commanders look so bad.
That's probably when you should bet on them.
Yeah.
And after the Titans just went to Indy and kicked ass.
Yeah, I guess.
But
dude, they just
it was kind of close, I guess.
Fucking bad.
I'm just kind of on it because I think Tennessee's maybe a little underrated, especially with a coach who all he does is win regular season games.
Yeah.
I think they should absolutely be 3-1
and one playoff
with
game.
a blowout loss to Buffalo. That's which the Rams got blown out by Buffalo.
Yeah.
I like Tennessee -2. My lock is going to be the Carolina Panthers team total under 16.5. I really wanted the 49ers -6.5, but it just seemed like so inflated. I mean, I can't see them being 11-point home favorites against the Panthers if you flip them. But this Panthers offense is that Baker Mayfield has the lowest QBR of any quarterback since they've been tracking it through 4 weeks.
Jesus
and
Christ.
Christian McCaffrey's showing up on the injury report every week, so it's like it's only a matter of time. And then, like, I think the Wolves are at the door. The Sharks circling the Lambeau Field.
What do you call that? What's it called at the bottom of the escalators? It's called the... I can always come up with it. Now I can't. Never mind.
It has a certain Jojo Siwa about it. But, yeah, I like this 49ers defense just freaking bricks people up. Only allowed 9 points against Denver.
Got fucking Troy Polamalu.
Yeah. I can't pronounce that name. Fred Warner's a fucking dude. And then the pass rush is just
Bosa.
relentless. And I think Baker's going to be an absolute hell this week.
Yeah.
Take Carolina team total under, and Matt Rule gets fired.
Yeah.
Scotty, your lock.
Concourse.
I'm
sorry.
Speaking of QBR, I'm going to take the team with the quarterback with the highest, or if not closest to the highest, and Geno Smith in Seattle +5 against the Saints in New Orleans.
I'll tell you what, buddy, you get 5.5.
5.5. There we go.
He looks fucking good. Did you see what Rashad Penny said? He's like,
yeah,
they're kind of slighting Russell every chance they get.
Yeah, maybe Pete Carroll's just good at like understanding his
Did
quarterback.
you see my tweet this morning about Rashad Penny? When he was talking about that, I was like, dude, you're one Chris Carson not retiring away from getting 6 carries a game.
Yeah, he looked good though. Zack, your lock?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be Tampa Bay over team total over 27.5. I continue to believe that Falcons defense is Swiss cheese.
It is dog shit.
Even though the Browns, I guess they're lactose intolerant, don't like Swiss cheese.
I might take that with you.
But yeah, at home, Brady hopefully fired up about his home problems, looking to prove some people wrong. I think that's always been his biggest motivation, which is always a weird thing for somebody who has 7 Super Bowl rings to be like, I always love proving the doubters wrong. It's like you've had like maybe 3 doubters your entire life.
I know, but you've got to like try to stay motivated at this point.
Right. So I was surprised. Godwin, I thought, wasn't supposed to play, and then here he comes out and playing. So
like
although he did
ACL
he just lost Cole Beasley, so I don't know what he's gonna know.
What do you guys think about? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, that was it.
What do you guys think about Detroit +3 in New England? You don't know who's gonna play quarterback for the Patriots, but I feel like Belichick had
always finds a way to. He had a clone of Mac Jones come out.
And Bailey Zappi looked good, right?
Sure.
So why not the over in this game with the Lions?
Yeah.
Number 1 scoring offense, worst scoring defense.
Too many variables.
45.5.
Too many variables.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I can't do it. And it's like Belichick had Jared Goff in hell in the Super Bowl. I feel like he devised something to do that again. All right. Tease and thank you is 1-2. It did win the last time, and it's going to win again. We're going Green Bay -2, 6-point teaser, 2-teamer. Green Bay -2 in London, 9:30, not 6:30 like it was in Vegas. Green Bay -2, and then Monday night Kansas City -1 at home against the Raiders. Zach, your lock of the week of the century, which is 2-1.
2-1. We're doing pretty good. Yeah. So I'm going to. We didn't touch this game. But I do like it, and I think this is going to be just like an easy. These are the ones that usually never work out for you, but an easy cash is going to be under 22.5 first half. Vikings Bears.
Like that?
Yeah. So I think that these these I don't know. We've only watched 4 games for all these teams.
Is this like your number one lock, or shouldn't you have your number one lock be your actual lock?
No, this is my lock of the week of the century. This is like the one that I love the most.
Okay.
Right. So I have a lock for Boardwalk, but my lock of the week of the century is the thing that gets my chode going. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. And I'm gonna say it seems like I've watched in the games that I have watched, the Vikings games. It seems like they start. When they start out, they could be scoring, but it seems like a lot of the effort that comes from the Vikings this year is second half. I've seen. It seems like maybe it's because
that was the
anytime
New Orleans game.
I go into these Vikings games, the Packers game was, it seemed like the Packers were fucked from the word go. But
once that rookie dropped that deep ball,
right? Christian Watson, piece of shit. He got his first career touchdown last week. By the way,
all right, we're going first half under.
Yeah, so the first half under. Maybe it's because anytime I watch a Vikings game, it's because I'm cutting in to see how the game is going to end. But that Lions game was kind of ridiculous second half. But it seems like slow starts, and it's fine for Cousins. I should be betting them just straight up -7.5 is going to be a 1:00 Cousins game, but back at home. But yeah, no, I like the first half under 22.5.
Right, I like it. Scotty, your party parlay. Let's hear it.
All right, I'm just gonna do a 5-teamer.
That's it.
Just so that it can. I just need one to hit, so I need to just get this fucking to hit, please. How many of these do you guys think I've done?
Did he start last year? Or did he start 2 years
last
ago?
year. I mean, we might have missed one or two. I'd say probably
17.
17. Yeah.
Okay, so if you do $10 per party parlay, right?
Right.
Hope for a big payout. This will give you 25 times your money.
Okay, I can't wait.
So I'm back. You know what? If you follow the party parlay, you'll still profit if you bet today. If you put
$10 on every party parlay, you're gonna hit one of them, and it's gonna be like
Tampa Bay in a rebound game against the Falcons -10.
Okay.
Everyone's putting them off.
Okay.
Atlanta plays teams close, but I think Atlanta came off a great win last week. They're gonna fall in Tampa Bay by big, 35-10 style.
I like this.
Minnesota -7.5 against the Bears. The Bears are trash. They're in a bad spot. Like their coach Eberflus is just not it. I think the Vikings at home.
At 1:00.
10-0
at 1:00. Kirk Cousins 1:00.
24-3 final.
Ooh, there you go. I love it. Detroit Lions. Don't know, like you said, don't know who we're playing in Pittsburgh. Or I'm sorry, in New England. My bad. Don't know who's playing at quarterback. I like the Lions +3. This is my iffy one, but it's a +3, so I like it. Okay. Houston Texans +7. To me, that's too big. Jacksonville is that good. I mean, I know they play the Eagles tight, and they beat the Chargers by big. They had another big win to show us they're definitely better than last year and the previous years. Trevor Lawrence is ascending, but I like the Houston Texans +7 here. I don't think they're that bad either. Houston Texans almost came back against the Chargers, played the Broncos close. We know how good they are. Who'd the Texans lose to last week? Not the before the Chargers.
Oh, they lost to the Bears before that.
Yeah, the game sucked.
They should have won.
Right, but you covered in that game.
You
pushed. Oh, yeah.
Teasers covered.
Yeah.
I still like +7. Divisional game +7. Give it to me. And I mean, I'm riding the Dolphins -3 against the Jets. I know it's Teddy B, but he's also 24-6 against this in his last 30 away games.
Yeah,
did you say that the Dolphins are minus? You say you're taking them -3?
Yes, in MetLife.
Okay,
and that's my parlay. 10 to win, 242.
Plus 24-26.
24.6 to 1. All right. Nathan's Pfeiffer's player prop. I actually kind of like it. It's Kenny Pickett longest completion under 33.5 yards.
Well, his first fucking NFL throw was a bomb.
It was dude. People are saying that was Claypool's fault, and I'm like, what?
Dude, I swear to God, Steelers fans create narratives that everyone
there was
rolls with.
There were 4 jet arms around him.
Yeah.
I'm like, Jesus. All right. NFL.com irrational reaction.
Oh no!
I remembered you.
I'm not doing it.
I remembered you.
I
sick
won't do
fucks.
it.
All right.
I'm not doing it.
Zach, you can prove I have the number generator up 1 to 100.
I just think is you and me are gonna just have to do it. He doesn't.
Scotty, you're not doing it?
He's sick. Give him a pass.
My God, what a bitch. All right.
Which ones do you have up? Do you go to
When
news?
we're bad at it, they're funny.
Yeah, news home.
I just hit NFL.com and
I don't like
it should show
embarrassing
up on the
ones.
right.
Is it showing up for you on the right side right now?
Yeah.
Okay, there they are. All right, I got it.
All right, 1 to 100. Say your number out loud on the count of 3, okay?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
69.
74. Oh, fuck. All right, Zach has 69. I have 74. Here we go. Generate. Look what it came. 100. All right, Zach, you're up.
Oh God. Oh boy.
And in 5.
Wait, didn't you put 74?
Yeah, and it came up 100.
Yeah.
Oh, so you get to pick.
I get to go last.
Yeah. Okay.
Got it.
If you're gonna look, if you're not gonna participate, at least mute yourself while you're eating. You piece of shit.
Oh, his taste is back. All right, Zach.
I never lost.
All right, I can.
That's too easy when you're hungry and you eat. All right, go ahead.
All right. Top 10 D lines right now. Deep Bills unit ranks number 2nd. Deep Balls unit ranked number 1. Brady on parity in NFL. There's a lot of bad football. Did you watch my game? Le'Veon to face ex-UFC fighter in pro boxing debut. Tyreek Hill to face Child in... I thought Adrian Peterson would have been better. I don't know. Anyways,
Thanks for letting me use that.
15 best RBs right now. Mixon, Fournette, missed the cut. You're goddamn right. Mixon misses the cut. He should miss the cut on my fantasy team. Patriots place careful. Patriots place Hoyer on IR. Mac ankle limited again. Hoyer legacy game canceled. QB rankings 1 through 32. New number one. Who rose 17 spots? Not the Broncos. McCarthy. Well, if he's not going to participate, he's going to catch some strays. McCarthy on Rams game. Boys, nobody's underdog. Mike McCarthy talking about boys makes me uncomfortable. Packers VP discusses fan events for London game.
Who's reading that?
Yeah. Is this fucking Shine 9 guy? I'm gonna fucking kill him. Roundup. Giants bringing back former All-Pro safety. I'm sick of getting these emails about the Roundup cancer class action lawsuit.
Okay. If you have mesothelioma.
If you were at Camp Lejeune in 1986.
If you were
as a non-governmental employee.
If you were storming the beaches in Normandy, you may be entitled to $4. All right, here we go. Top 10 D-lines right now. Deep Bills unit ranks number 2. Deep Bills. Not us in Vegas. Brady on parity in the NFL. There's a lot of bad football, and there's no love lost on the field. Le'Veon to face ex-UFC fighter in pro boxing debut. Antonio Brown to face being a normal human being in everyday life. 15 best running backs right now. Mixon, Fournette missed the cut. Well, they've been missing cuts every time they get the ball. Patriots place Hoyer on IR. Mac ankle limited again.
It's pronounced McCorkle.
That's what I'm going with. It's pronounced McCorkle, and he has a DUI in college. Everyone seems to forget. QB rankings 1 through 32. New number 1. Who rose 17 spots? Geno Smith is the new number 1. McCarthy on Rams game. Boys, nobody's underdog. All McCarthy's worried about is a hot dog. Or Kevin Hart says, overdog, where you at? Roof, roof, roof. Packers VP discusses fan events for London game. I'm good. That was written by Brooke Cerissimo Juan Magnifico. And lastly, Giants bringing back former All-Pro safety. This is just clickbait. Don't read it. I'll save you the trouble. It's Landon Collins.
Oh, nice.
All right. Is that our show?
Hey, that's our show.
Scotty, feel better, buddy.
Here we go. There's a little place where the sun sleeps late and pulls himself a shot of tequila. It's a little place called Pleasure Island, right where I'd like to feel ya. It's easy to find just beyond the last wave, where the dolphins and whales are up mating. Sail all day and all night and then take a hard ride. That's where I'll be awaiting. Pleasure Island, island of pleasure. No need to stop and think. Pleasure Island, a beautiful treasure. Come on down and have a drink.